Historically, the largest fortunes follow the act of creation. Many ambitious people are conditioned to look at what already works and try to build a slightly better or marginally cheaper version of it. This is one-to-n thinking, taking a known quantity and simply repeating it. The math of this repetition is punishing. When multiple competitors offer nearly identical solutions, they are forced to compete on price. This pressure drives the profit margins for everyone in that market to zero. Generating real wealth involves stepping away from that struggle. Instead of fighting for fractions of a percent in a saturated industry, the 0-to-1 model focuses on building a monopoly in a market that did not exist yesterday. Look at this historical factory assembly line. For a century, going from 0 to 1 required massive physical capital. You needed a factory, heavy industrial machinery, and a massive workforce just to produce a single prototype. Those barriers to entry have evaporated. The processing power required to coordinate global supply chains or serve millions of users now fits into a laptop. In the modern economy, wealth generation is a function of invention. By creating a vacuum in the market where you are the only option, you set the price. Software and artificial intelligence now serve as the baseline architecture for all modern business creation. These tools act as intense catalysts, dropping the cost of building, testing, and deploying complex systems to nearly nothing. As these technologies advance, they create new behaviors. People develop expectations for speed and automation that create problems that could not have existed a decade ago. We see this in niche SaaS products, digital platforms for gig labor, and software tools built specifically for the creator economy. These founders solve problems that only appeared after the technology made them visible. Major technological shifts act as economic resets. They erase the advantages held by legacy corporations, allowing unknown founders to claim new territories before the established giants can even read the new map. This environment birthed the modern ethos of the garage startup. Silicon Valley established a physical blueprint that has now moved entirely to the internet. The engine of this blueprint is leverage. In a digital economy, code and automation function as an infinite workforce that works for free and never sleeps. Notice the evolution in this hardware. Scaling a business once required buying thousands of servers and hiring thousands of people. Now that same computing power has collapsed into the hands of an individual. Small teams use this leverage to punch above their weight, deploying products to a global audience on day one using AI and no-code tools. Headcount is no longer tied to revenue. A 3-person team utilizing maximum digital leverage can produce the same economic impact as a legacy corporation. Curious, why is solving a new problem mathematically superior to fighting in an established market? Because of market positioning. The first team to successfully define a 0-to-1 product becomes the default standard. You don't have to convince people your product is better than the alternative. You only have to convince them they need the product. Look at this growth mapping. The flat lines are traditional businesses fighting for market share. The green curve is an early-stage founder capturing value by riding the exponential growth of a new category. By the time competitors recognize the value of this new market, the original creator's moat, built on brand, data, and network effects, is already too wide to cross. Innovation is the ultimate defensive strategy. It is designed to render competition irrelevant. This structural advantage dictates personal financial outcomes. High income provides comfort, but true wealth follows a different set of rules. Fortunes are almost never built through just salaries. They are built through equity, the ownership of a scalable system. Here is the math of competition. On the left, a fragmented market where businesses fight to hold a tiny 1% sliver. The 0-to-1 founder owns 100% of a new pie. As the market grows, their equity scales with it. The modern wealth equation is unique idea plus technological leverage plus 100% equity. This equation dictates your financial outcome. The highest returns will always flow to those who deploy these tools to build the first version of the next necessity.